Hello, in this video, we're going to be writing a program that computes the first 5 terms of a sequence. So let's just pick a sequence that is relatively simple. How about a sub n equals 3n plus 1? And so our program has to compute the first 5 terms. So we need a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, and a sub 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and work through it. So we'll start by including our header file. And here we have our main function. So we need some variables for this problem. I am thinking we need a variable to store the terms of the sequence. So let's go ahead and call that terms. And let's go ahead and use an array of 5 because there's 5 terms, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We also need some type of variable for our for loop. I'm thinking we're just basically going to loop through this and then just assign the value we compute to each of the members of the array. So that will be our loop variable. So we have for I equals 1. And we're going to go all the way to 5. So I less than or equal to 5. And here we're going to increment the I. And so now we'll just assign terms I. Now here's the tricky part, perhaps. So if we do this, 3 times I plus 1, it's not going to work. And the reason this is not going to work is, first of all, I is 1, right? So whenever we declare this variable here, when we define it, we get these terms, right? We get term 0, terms 1. These are the variables that this creates. This creates 5 variables, with the first one being terms 0, not terms 1. So what we're going to do here is instead of starting at 1, we're going to start at 0. And let's just say less than 5. So we're going to go from 0 to 4. And then this is still not right? It's still not going to work. So this will make the terms 0. We'll start at 0, and we'll get 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But the problem is I is 0. We need the I here to be 1. So in order to fix that, what we can do is just add 1 to the I, just like that. And that should do it. Let's just think about it for a moment. When I is 0, right? 0 is less than 5, so it's true. So terms 0, which corresponds to a sub 1, is 3 times 0 plus 1 plus 1. So it's 3 times 1 plus 1, so it's 4, which is correct. It gets incremented, it becomes 1. 1 is less than 5, so terms 1 is 3 times, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. So it'll give us the second term. It gets incremented, it's 2. When it's 2, we're at terms 2. That should give us a sub 3, and it does because 2 plus 1 is 3. So basically, the n here is going to be 3. So everything seems to work out okay. So now we just have to print everything. So printf, the terms of the sequence are, I'm just going to add a new line just in case. And let's go ahead and do another for loop. So for I equals 0, I less than 5, plus I, printf, and I'm going to put a little space here so that they're not like all jumbled up when they get printed on the screen. And we want to use %d because these are integers. So then here we'll just type in terms I, and it'll go ahead and just loop through the array, and it'll just print each one. So on each iteration, it will print one of the terms. And that should be it. I don't see any mistakes or anything. There might be some glaring mistakes, but I hope not. So I'm going to save it and attempt to build it. If there's mistakes, we'll find them and fix them. Let's see. So it says unresolved external symbol printf reference and function main. So did I forget to do something somewhere? Oh, I typoed here. Look, I did print. Okay, let's try that again. Success! All right, let's go ahead and see if it actually works. So I'm going to go up here. This is Visual Studio 2019. The terms of the sequence are 4, 7, 10, 13, and 16. Yeah, that looks correct. When n is 1, we get 4. When n is 2, we get 6 plus 1, which is 7. When n is 5, we get 16, right? 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. So everything looks okay. So hopefully this has been helpful, and you can easily modify this for other sequences. It doesn't really matter what's here. You can just modify it. But perhaps the most interesting thing about this problem was the fact that these start at 0 by default, right? And so we had to do some trickery here with the formula. I hope this video has been helpful. Good luck to you.